Hey guys, I am Chad Joyce and welcome to another edition of Foreclosure Friday. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of our future episodes. Every Friday we go out and we tour a foreclosure in the North Texas area. Today we are in the lovely city of Denton, Texas in the neighborhood Preserve at Pecan Creek. We're about to look at this property. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath home, 2,729 square feet, built in 2010. The current list price is $490,500. So we'll go on in and we'll see if that is worth it. One thing to remember with foreclosures is that they are always sold as is, where is. And depending upon the bank, you're probably going to have to sign some addendums and go through some extra steps that you won't have to go through on other properties. Also remember, whenever we go look at these, always bring a few things like, for example, the first thing you always bring is a flashlight, because we don't know if the utilities are going to be on, if water is going to be on, or we're going to be able to see. Second thing to bring is hand sanitizer, because when I started this 20 years ago, banks didn't keep their properties as clean as they do now. So most of the time you don't have to run into that issue, but every now and then you do run into a pretty dirty property that you need to clean up afterwards. The other thing to take in is make sure you're wearing long pants. That might seem a bit weird, especially in Texas in the summer, but sometimes you can have pests like fleas or bugs, and you don't want those all over you. And then lastly, here's a little bit of a pro tip. Some of these homes can be a little smelly, so it's always a good idea to bring some Vicks Vapor Rub. You can put that underneath your nose and not have to worry about some of the odors that you might see. But we haven't gone in and looked at this property yet, so let's go on in, let's see what we find, and let's talk about it. All right, here we go. And just like at some of these homes, let's see if we got some power on in here. See if I can find, here's a light switch. Oh, there we go. So yeah, first walk on in, dining area, some vinyl plank wood flooring, a couple of lights are out. And this is not the expensive time. You can kind of step on this and hear it go, hear it squeak a little bit. But come on in over here. Here is our kitchen. Gas appliances. Microwave. And you'll see this a lot too at these homes. You'll see people poking their heads in here, and what they're looking for is right in through here, looking at the plumbing work to see if there's evidence of water dripping. Because you will see that a lot, and you'll see the damaged boards. Like you can see back over there, there's a little bit of water damage on this one. And I can also tell you right now, this home was used as a rental because it has a fire extinguisher, which is actually code for Texas. So that's the history on this one. Bosch stainless steel dishwasher, which is good. See if we can get some more lights on somewhere. It's always fun trying to find these. Oh, that's the kitchen. Oh, there we go. Breakfast area. So let's give you a good look. Got granite countertops. These look to be the original cabinets. Again, the house is only 2010, so we're only 15 years old. But you'll see little nicks on it, like right there, there, which is not atypical. Pretty normal. All right, there's our thermostat. There's where we walked in. Here's the half bathroom. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. And again, you'll see the notices, winterized. That means the water's turned off to prevent any frozen pipes, or at least to limit the damage on frozen pipes. You'll still get freeze damage. So if you're going to do an inspection, you'd have to get that turned on. Okay, main living area. Again, they have the cheaper floors. It's almost glued down because you can see, well, maybe you can't see, but there's a little bit of a gap there in the walls. We'll be on the lookout for foundation damage. That's usually what that indicates, but I don't see any cracks in here right now. Gas fireplace. There's your knob to turn it. And we'll go out in the backyard here at the end. So let's go back this way. Here's the laundry room. Actually, access to the garage is, yep, here we go. Laundry room, washer dryer connection. There's a little bit extra room if you want to put a freezer or anything over here. No extra plumbing, so you couldn't put a sink. All right. Let's see what we can do here. There we go. Good. Looks like they do have most of the utilities on. Now, for foreclosures, what you see is what you get, and that's what they're going to leave. So, you know, if you want this removed, you'd have to put it into the contract, the shelving, or if you want to keep it, I would recommend putting it in there, that it stays. Now, this shelving, since it's attached to the ceiling, would be considered staying with the property. Here's our hot water heater. See if we have a date on here. This honestly looks to be the original. We got some faded coloring and stuff like that. You'd probably have to check out the product number or the serial number there. That 1022 probably indicates it was built or put in here in 2010. But I would check that. You can usually go on these companies' websites and do that. So, but that's probably getting to the end of its life. There's a sprinkler system, 2-car garage. No attic access here, so that probably means that we've got some living space above us. Again, walk on in through the laundry room. We lock this door. And here is the primary suite. Original carpeting. And one thing I didn't say at the beginning is we're going to be talking to Aaron Sandoval with Kindred Mortgage at the end of this. He's going to talk to us about loan programs to help buyers get into these properties and get some of the repairs done. Like, for instance, this carpet is original carpet. It's not bad, but if I was moving in, I'd want new carpeting. And we can help show you how to, and maybe even probably a new ceiling fan. You see it's pretty dirty. And it's probably the original. But we can show you how to get this included in your loan and your purchase price so you don't have to come out of pocket for stuff like this. And here is our walk-in closet. Pretty good size. Again, you know, you'll see the little stains in here. These homes are sold as is, so that would be something that would be the responsibility of a new buyer. Oh, plenty of shelving space. Look at that. That's nice. Big tub, mirror there. And you can see here, you know, our cabinets are a little worn, a little damaged. You know, a new homeowner would, I mean, the cabinets themselves are actually in good shape, but a new homeowner would probably want to paint those. And that's what we'll be talking with Aaron about, and why the loan program that he's got is actually a really good deal for home buyers. Separate shower and toilet's on back in there. So let's go on upstairs. All right, here we are. We had 1 bedroom, 1.5 bath downstairs. We should have 2 bedrooms and a bathroom up here. This appears to be our game area. Again, original carpeting. Ceiling is in great shape. I haven't seen any cracks in the house yet. Looks like we have attic access right there. If you can squeeze yourself in there. I can't. So I'd have to send my wife in. She wouldn't like that. All right, here is bedroom 2. Actually, we should have 3 bedrooms up here. This is a 4-bedroom house. Walk-in closet, good space. Again, it's the old carpet. You got a little bit of painting over there coming up on the ceiling. And paint on your outlets too. This is a good sized bedroom. Right on the other side of the game room area. All right, let's see if we can find the light switch in here. There we go. Very similar cabinetry throughout. No leaks underneath here, you can see. There is storage up here in this bathroom. You got a window to look out. Let's see. There we go. Oh, I accidentally turned on the fan too. Washer tub combo. Toilet seat. Here's the other side of the Jack and Jill, which this has access to the game room, so we still have an efficient floor plan. You know, you always need to have somebody or a bathroom that's accessible from the living areas, and we do there. And here's our fourth bedroom. Nope, third bedroom. Fourth one's next. Ceiling fan. See if I can, there's the light switch. This one has a big walk-in closet. Again, we're in really good shape here. It's just, we need some new flooring and some paint on the cabinets and maybe some updating of these light fixtures. These are definitely 2010 light fixtures. It's always funny, you can figure out when somebody bought a home just based on their light fixtures. People usually buy them and don't replace them. This looks to be a little bit newer unit. It is gas. See, here's the gas connections. Okay, so you do have a gas furnace, which is a little bit more efficient, I think, than electric furnaces. And here we go. Here's the fourth bedroom. Only one wall switch, so it looks like that covers both the ceiling fan and the light. Again, I'm not seeing any cracks or anything, even though we had that little separation downstairs. I'm really not seeing any issues with the foundation. It looks like this is mostly just cosmetic repairs. So, and here we are, we're back out to the game room, nice little circular motion. Let's go on, let's check outside and see what the backyard looks like. All right, somebody didn't lock the back door. So we do have a pool, the hot tub, covered patio here with a pergola. I'll walk over here so we can get a good look at it. Here's the little bit of grass area too. That's a big hot tub actually, really nice. Pool, and there's the pergola. Looks like our pool equipment's over here. This is a good size lot, it's a corner lot. Now this is an auto refiller. I wonder if he's got it connected. A lot of times we'll see people, and I even do this for my listings, we'll put the auto refiller in here because the heat will evaporate so much water. This house has been on the market for 180 days, so he had this out here, you know, the listing agent had it out here in the middle of the summer. So he was probably having evaporation issues. Does need to be cleaned. And we do have a good pool company that takes care of this in Denton that we could recommend to you. And I don't know why he's not keeping that cleaned, or maybe they just haven't been by this week. And there's all the pool equipment. So that is this one. All right, so that was a good walkthrough that we had here. And like I said, we're going to talk with Aaron Sandoval of Kindred Mortgage. He's going to talk to us about 203K loans. The home is actually in really good shape, but you know, there are dated things in this house. Built in 2010, we have some older dated light fixtures. May want to replace some of the car. Well, definitely want to replace some of the carving. May want to replace some of the tile, luxury vinyl planking. And I understand, that could seem like a daunting task, but we can show you ways that you can get this financed and as part of your purchase. So let's go talk to him and let's see what he has to say. All right, guys. We are here today with Aaron Sandoval of Kindred Mortgage. Aaron, why don't you give us a little bit of background on you and how long you've been in the business and, guys, what you guys have been up to?
Yeah, man. Aaron Sandoval. I've been in the business around 21 years. Started in retail, moved correspondent, and then over to brokerage just to help benefit clients more. We're name Kindred itself kind of tells you what we're about. We're just connecting with like-minded people and helping as much as possibly can get them into homes and building that wealth through real estate, man.
Awesome, wonderful. I've worked with Aaron for several years. He actually did the mortgage on my home that I'm still in. That he got us over the finish line there. So he does a really good job, and we're going to talk to him today about a very, I don't know, I would say this is pretty much unknown,
Yeah.
surprisingly, program. FHA, everyone knows the 203B program, which low down payment, move into a house, don't have to do anything on it. But there's also a renovation program, and it's the 203K program. Aaron, why don't you let us know a little bit about kind of what, first off, what are the two types of 203K programs and kind of the general overview of both of those?
Yeah, for sure. So 203K, and I'm glad you're doing this because I think it's one of those things that not really many people know about, and it's a great opportunity for buyers, especially first-time home buyers who have that limited budget. So a 203K, you've got your limited and you've got your standard. We'll go into the limited first. So the limited is going to be, let's do scenario. So say you're walking into we pre-approve you, Chad's got you looking, you got a $400,000 budget. He shows you a $350,000 house. You walk into it and you're like, I like it. It's got good bones, but it needs a little TLC. So
Hmm.
I believe this loan is exactly what that is. So it's when I tell clients when we're looking at things like this, I was like, this helps you get the house you need and makes it the house you want. It's kind of that program. It allows you to roll in your costs of any of the things that need to be kind of fixed or dolled back up, that TLC stuff. These loans allow you to do that, and I think it's a great thing. We can go into a little bit about so like the limited itself, anything $35,000 or below. As far as the repair costs, those are going to be initiated there. It used to be called back in the day Streamline because it's a little easier to work with. You don't have as
Yeah.
many hands kind of working with you. All you need is a contractor. They're not going to let you go out there and do it yourself, so just keep that in mind.
Right. They're not
Uh,
gonna let you pay yourself on this, right?
yeah, yeah. They can't have you in there installing carpet if you're not, if you don't know what you're doing. So they're gonna have to have somebody insured and licensed in order to do the things. But man, it makes it easy. Anything $35,000 and above, and anything you're gonna do structurally. So if you're gonna add a bathroom, bedroom, things like that, you're gonna go into the
The
standard.
standard.
And when you do that, you're gonna have to have a HUD consultant. And so that just brings somebody else in and works things around. But still great programs, man.
So with the limited, and you can do things like change your flooring.
Yeah,
You
yeah. I
can
mean,
do, interior paint if you want to do that.
absolutely. I
What
mean,
about adding, changing countertops or cabinets or things like that?
yeah. I mean, you can do stovetops, fridge, roof, patios,
Appliances.
appliances. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, anything that like I said, you walk in and you're like, oh, this has got great bones, but it needs something. Well, here, this is your opportunity to do that and roll it into the cost. And I think that's the great thing because it's that budget friendly kind of thing.
And so how do the appraisals then work? In determining value. So we would go under, let's say using your example, it's a house that's maybe worth 400,000 and we can get under contract for 350 and there's $30,000 worth of work. So we would write the contract up for 350 and then after that, how does that process work for a buyer?
So what they're going to do is they're going to gauge the appraisal on what everything's going to look like after the repair. So they're going to budget it that way. So you're essentially you could walk into some heavy equity after everything's said and done. Now the cool thing I think about this is so you get under contract, you write everything down, you're done. It's a 30-day on average here at Kindred. We're like 18 to 30, 18 to 20 days is our close time. And we've done it before with these. So how it works is that you'll get that appraisal in. They'll show you your budget, and you'll have an escrow account with the funds. So the $35,000 in repairs that are needed, they'll just kind of put that into an account. You'll close, get everything done. You can move in as soon as you sign on the dotted line, and then repairs will have to be starting, and then that's when they'll start deducting from that other escrow
On the
account for
escrow
you.
account.
Yeah.
So how long do you got to do? There's a timeline for those repairs to be completed. How long does that take?
Yeah, so if you're streamlined, you're looking at 9 months or less that you have
Okay.
as far as that goes. Streamlined, limited. Look at us, dude.
I know, man. We've been
At our
around too
age.
long.
If
We may
you're,
have the baby faces, but we've been doing this for 20 plus years.
it's hard for me to remember that. Hey, it's the same thing, but it's different.
Right.
So with the limited, yeah, you've got 9 months to work on that, and when you go with the standard, you got 12 months initially to finish that. And here's a cool thing. So we've done this before. So we had a borrower who went into a home, had great bones, but it wasn't livable. So we rolled him into a standard. They allowed him, and they covered 6 months worth of payments to be rolled into the total loan itself, so he
Oh,
could live in his
wow.
apartment, get the repairs done. And I think the repairs took about 6 months, and then he was finished out the repairs in the last three. So, but I mean, things like that, man. Like, how great is that?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a big proponent of this program. I've done several of these, and unfortunately, most agents don't know about this program
Yeah.
or any renovation program.
Mhm.
And it's really a disservice, I think, to buyers because how many times has a buyer come in and said, I really like the house, I like the floor plan, it's what we need, but we don't want to replace the flooring. Like it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Or as agents, we say, well, you can always paint later, and you don't have to wait. You can do this with this program. How would their closing costs and interest rates, how does that compare to a normal 203B program?
So it's similar. So I think the biggest thing to keep in mind is your budget as far as, so again, let's use that scenario. We have a $400,000 budget and we signed for 350. So they're just going to roll that $50,000 into the cost to hit that 400,000. You're paying 3.5% down on that. And when you talk about rates are across the board standard on FHA all the way.
Uh,
So you're looking at the same rate, and you're also looking, I mean, you're looking at taking these costs, rolling them into your loan, and it's just for a first-time home buyer, I think that's a big thing, you know?
right. And that's something they don't have to worry about. And not even just a first-time home buyer. I mean, anybody, like quite frankly, I think everybody should be using this program, but
Yeah.
most lenders just don't want to do it.
Yeah,
It is a little bit of extra work for you guys.
it is.
It's a little bit of extra work for the realtor because we've got to, coordinate repairs and, estimates and budgets. So there's a little bit of extra work on both sides. But man, the benefits for this program. And here's the other thing. Think about this. If you have a program, if you're going to go on the standard program, which means that the house has foundation issues, uh, other buyers aren't buying that house. So a seller is getting really motivated to move and to sell that property. And you may be the only person, that can help them as a buyer come in, and Aaron can help you guys get that loan, and you can get, sweat equity, normal equity, like you can get big time discounts on these homes, which in a higher interest rate environment, hey, that's something that people I think need to consider.
Absolutely.
And be aware of. What other advantages do you think that they might have for a 203K type program?
Well, I know that we have, so not all banks do this, so keep that in mind. So it's kind of one of those things that not everybody has access to.
Right.
We have a couple banks here. So usually you're looking, we'll talk credit score wise too. So I have one bank that will allow 580 and above, and then a majority of the other banks are looking at 620, 640 as far as your credit score. So I mean, it also gives access to those people who are, hey, I'm trying to work on my credit, but I really need to get into a home.
Hmm.
It kind of gives them that access to it as well. So I think that's one of the things, man, just in itself, being able to make sure that the repairs are there and done, and you're able to live in that house, build the equity automatically, like that for me, that speaks volumes for the program itself.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, hey, Aaron, thank you for coming on with us. Guys, I'm going to put Aaron's contact information in the video below. So please reach out to him if you have questions, and, reach out to me. My contact information is obviously going to be there as well, but we'd love to help you guys out, help you find some houses, and make 2025 the year that you do find your home. So
Absolutely.
appreciate it, Aaron.
Absolutely,
Thank you very
man.
much.
Absolutely. Thank you too, man.
So, like we always say at the end of this, is this a good deal or not? Now, we are listed, or this property is listed at $490,500, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, a little bit over 2,700 square feet, built in 2010. It does have a pool, which most of the homes that have sold in the last 6 months or are on the market, they don't have those in this community. So that's a nice feature to have. It's really nice, though, if that's what you want. A lot of homeowners just see that as extra maintenance. A similar home to this sold for $477,000, but they didn't have the backyard. So I would say they're probably at market price, and that makes things a little bit difficult because there are things that need to be addressed in here and things that need to be updated and fixed for a new homeowner, such as the carpet, painting cabinets, flooring, light fixtures, things like that. So, if I was going to be representing you, I would be telling you to make a little bit, an offer probably 5 to 10% off the ask price if that's what you liked here. That way, like you just heard with Aaron, that way we can get those repairs financed in your purchase. You can still get an FHA interest rate, you can still have a low down payment, and you can still get that 30-year mortgage. So appreciate you guys being with me here today. We had fun walking through this home. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And always, if you do have questions and you are looking to buy in North Texas, and I service Denton, Collin, Dallas, Tarrant, Rockwall, Grayson, Cook counties. I go all over, and I've been doing this since 2003. Please reach out. I got my contact information below. Love to hear from you. And also, if you're a seller, we have a flat fee program, $5,000 for any home that you want to sell. I'd love to be able to share that with you. And until next time, guys, you guys have a good one. We'll see you later.